Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to look at just about every one, at least one version of each of the Marvel Legends Iron Man figures. Now, I don't have all the variants, but I think I have one, at least, of every figure here. I might have forgotten one, but I hope I didn't. Okay, let's talk about the variants that I don't have first. That way we don't have to worry about people saying, hey, you don't have that here, you don't have that there. Alright, so this guy here, the original Iron Man figure from Marvel Legends, he has a stealth version which looks like that, but built like that. And he also has the gold version with the horns which looks like that, but is still built like that. I have the silver Centurion version right there. The first appearance Iron Man has a gold variant. I don't have that here. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's all the ones I'm missing. Not sure. Okay, well, either way, we can go from there. So let me just point out which ones are which, and then I'll go into a little bit of detail, but I've reviewed all of these guys fairly recently, so I don't want to go into too much detail and waste your time or mine. The big guy in the back, hopefully everybody knows, is the Hulkbuster Ironman. Super good figure, must have in your Marvel Legends collections. That's all there is to it. You must get that guy if you collect Marvel Legends. Really cool figure. Next to him on the left, we have the Thor Buster. Is that right? Yeah, that's the Thor Buster Ironman right there. Tallest Ironman figure here, not counting the Hulkbuster. Really cool figure. Not the most detailed or most articulated, but still pretty cool. Then over here we have the Heroes Reborn Iron Man, which is actually pretty cool. Not my favorite design for Iron Man, not my favorite figure, but a decent figure nonetheless. Over here we have the House of M Iron Man. Lots of cool sculpt work. Not my favorite Iron Man. Again, this is the Heroic Age Iron Man, I think. So that's one of the newer ones. It's pretty cool. It has kind of a slumped over look though, narrow shoulders, so not my favorite there either. My least favorite Iron Man of all of them is over here. That is the Ultimate Iron Man. It doesn't even look like it's supposed to, and the vacuum chrome is kind of a fail. So I don't like that. We already talked about the first appearance. This is the first Marvel Legends Retro Iron Man. I don't know what appearance or what version that is technically. So there's that one there, and there's his variant Silver Centurion, which actually has some newly sculpted parts. Just a quick look. Okay, we'll come back to it. And then moving on, we have the Hasbro 2-pack Iron Man, which is the same design as that one, but much better proportions. He's a little small and skinny, but definitely better proportions and better looking than that one. We have the reissued version, which is all gold and red metallic. The red metallic on the original looks way better, but the gold looks better than the yellow. This is from the newer waves. It looks okay. It does have the horned variant head, and it does have the regular head. This one's alternate head is a Tony Stark. Same for this guy right here, the stealth version. He's all blue metallic, two different shades. Pretty cool figure, and he does have a Tony Stark variant or alternate head also. Then we have the Neo Classic Iron Man. Hope I didn't screw up these names. I kind of get them all mixed up when I'm going through them. But Neo Classic Iron Man was going to be awesome. Turned out to be less awesome. Still kind of cool. Definitely an okay display piece. The Extremis or however you want to pronounce it, Iron Man, and his stealth variant. They also use that mold for an Iron Patriot. He's not here because he's not Iron Man. But still pretty cool figure. Not the best articulation, but good enough. Back here we have the Face-Off Iron Man, which is one of my favorites, even though they kind of slipped on the quality control there. Really cool figure, most recognizable from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, or at least the second one. And lastly, one of my other least favorite Iron Mans, which is off screen right now. That is the modern Iron Man. Pretty much the same figure as the Iron Man from the Marvel Legends, what's it called? Icons line. Pretty crappy though, don't care for him too much. Alright, let's go into a little bit of detail and just run through it real quick. The Hulkbuster is clearly huge. His helmet flips open to have a Tony Stark inside. Individually articulated fingers, tons of articulation everywhere else. Pretty cool figure, nice mix of metallics and non-metallic paints. The Thor Buster, like I said, is kind of bland, but still kind of cool looking. It definitely fills the need for a Thor Buster Iron Man. It's just nothing particularly impressive and kind of a letdown in some areas. The vacuum chrome one on the left there is crap. Don't buy it at all. Don't even look at it for too long. Your eyes might start bleeding. It's really that bad of a figure. The, what's that one called again? Heroic Age Iron Man. It's okay. It looks like he's wearing Crocs though. The metallics don't look that good because they're molded and kind of swirly and pearly looking. I don't care for it too much. Narrow shoulders, slumped over posture, but he does have nice repulsor hands, so that's cool. Hero's Reborn Ironman. One of the earlier Hasbro Iron Man figures. It's kind of a weird design, so that's not Hasbro's fault, but it's definitely not an iconic Iron Man, I don't think anyway. But some pretty cool sculpt work. The articulation's good enough, and he's not a bad addition to the collection. What's this one? House of M Iron Man. Some pretty cool sculpt work. Not my favorite though, but he does kind of have like a Shogun style design to him, and he has a giant backpack with a gun and stuff, so he's kind of cool, but definitely not a classic Iron Man and not a must-have. Let's go over here. First appearance Iron Man, one of the most early Marvel Legends Iron Man figures. Pretty basic, but it's a basic design, so it definitely fills the need. Taking the face mask off is a horrible idea because he looks like he fell through the ugly tree, so leave the mask on and you'll be okay. The gold variant's pretty cool. Let's go down here to the whatever Iron Man that is. The first one we got from Marvel Legends. Kind of weird proportions, has really big arms, ugly joints, but it definitely is an okay Iron Man. He's good size, so that's a bonus. Horrible torso articulation, and again, don't take the mask off. Not a good idea. Pretty much the same mold, but definitely some new details is the Silver Centurion. He comes with a giant backpack rocket ship thing. Really cool paintwork, nice metallics in that guy. The metallic in the other one right here, he's got a little bit of metallic in the red. Definitely not very cool. This one's metallic red, looks really good, and the silver semi-metallic, kind of a flat metallic, looks really good all around. Probably should add that one to your collection. The new version of that classic armor, again, the yellows are flat, the red is super cool, nicely done. People complain that he's too skinny, but the articulation's okay, and the proportions are way better. If you didn't care about size or scale, this is definitely the one to go with over the first release. Really cool figure. Alternate Tony Stark head, nice touch. These two, which are technically just variants of that one, even though the gold and red one got released later, same, really good proportions, nice looking figure. I really like the gold on the horned helmet, but the red is also kind of swirly like the Heroic Age one, so it's kind of a disappointment. The stealth one is one of my favorites. I love the two-tone blue. You can kind of see that the torso is like more of a gunmetal, and the arms and other parts are more blue. Really nice looking figure. I wish the chest piece was red. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be or not, but it would have looked cool. Nice figure also, Tony Stark. Alternate head. This one does not have an alternate Tony Stark head, the horned one. Just the alternate head is the same as this one, but obviously with colors to match. This one down here, the Extremis, and then the stealth variant, both okay. I don't care for the lighter blue on the stealth variant. It doesn't look quite as nice as the darker blue, but it's alright. The Extremis is good enough. He is also kind of narrow, slender build. Most of the modern ones are modern as in our time period, contemporary releases. They're all a little bit slender and kind of short, but still definitely cool enough and definitely fills the need for an Extremis figure. And he does have the Repulsor Blast. Actually, most of them do. Any ones that don't, I think, is a major problem. I'll run through and point those out before I end this, but as long as it has the Repulsor Blast, I'm pretty much okay with it. The Neo Classic, they showed one at Comic-Con maybe in 2010, 2011. I think it was 2011. That was really nice looking. It had some nice boots on it. This one is mostly the same, except they gave him really crappy boots, so that really kills the articulation. Otherwise, he's okay. That's one of my favorite designs for Iron Man, and they did a really good job on the head. And the rest is just kind of mediocre, passable, but not great, so he's alright, I guess. And then the face-off Iron Man. I'll move the camera so you can see. Again, they kind of slipped a little bit when it came to quality control. The paints are chalky and not very good, but he has decent articulation. The face mask does come off, and it's okay. Of course, I would leave it on instead, but he's one of my favorites, partially from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but otherwise just because I like that design. And he's not going to let you down too much. Just try to find one with a good paint application. This guy down here, also pretty crappy. I mean, he's got decent sculpt work, but he's got really ugly shoulder joints, weird sculpt. The face mask is ugly. I don't know anybody that really prefers this one over many others, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you're trying to build up an armory. Okay, so let's talk about Repulsor Blast real quick and call it a day. The big guy, technically he can do it, but it's not the best, and he doesn't really need it, so I'm okay with that. The Thor Buster, not the best Repulsor Blast, but his design doesn't really warrant it too much, I guess. I mean, I guess pretty much every Iron Man should have it, but it doesn't bother me too much on him anyway that he doesn't have it. The Heroic Age does have it, so that's cool. That one has it, so that's cool. That one doesn't have it too much, but he's a big gun, so it's passable. This guy doesn't really have it, and he's a piece of crap, so don't buy him. The first appearance one doesn't have it, but he doesn't really need it, so that's okay, I guess. Every version of this guy does have it. The first build has a repulsor wrist, so that's okay. These guys all have it, so that's okay. That's good. This guy does have it, and actually his hands are interchangeable with these guys' hands. These ones, this whole batch of figures have the removable hands, so does he. He doesn't come with any alternate hands, I don't think. Maybe he did with a couple, but either way, he does have a Repulsor Blast, so that's cool. This one does, and this one does, and that one kind of does. The face-off one has enough articulation to make it usable, but he has wrist blasters, so that's okay. This one has no Repulsor Blast and is a turd, so don't buy it. Alright guys, there it is. There's a quick rundown of the majority of the molds for Iron Man. Not every variant, but a good deal of them. So hopefully that was informative and entertaining and helpful and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.